Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, guys. Working our way to 22.3K subs, so keep up the good work. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Really great promos, especially with FanDuel. New customers bet 5, get 200 in bonus bets guaranteed. And you get a 3-week trial of NFL Sunday ticket, so be sure to take advantage of that, guys, in the description below. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today. Starting with the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Tampa Bay plus 170 with the over-under at 7.5. Tampa Bay coming into this matchup 70 and 72. Baltimore 82 and 61. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell with an ERA at 3.97. Pitching for Baltimore is Corbin Burns with an ERA at 3.24. Littell, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Burns, he's coming off back-to-back 1-run games here. Tampa Bay beating Baltimore yesterday 7-1. Nice win from the Rays. Even though Tampa Bay, they are just 3-11 against Baltimore. 2-5 on the road against Baltimore, where they've really struggled here. I like Burns coming off 2 really good starts on the mound here. Littell, he gives up runs here. I like a big bounce back from Baltimore today, and I'll take Baltimore at home. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago White Sox versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at minus 280. The White Sox plus 225 with the over-under at 9. Chicago coming into this matchup 32 and 111. Boston 72 and 69. Pitching for the White Sox is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 5.36. Pitching for, let's see. It's currently undecided for Boston, so be sure to check that info when that info does get released. Flexen, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Yeah, he gives up runs here. He's given up 9 runs in his last 3 starts. White Sox losing to the Boston yesterday 7-5. 2-8 on the road. They're 1-14 in their last 15 here. Yeah, I don't like Chris Flexen on the mound. I mean, he's really been bad all year. Give me Boston at home today. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 270. Toronto plus 220 with the over-under at 8. Toronto coming into this matchup 67 and 75. Braves 77 and 65. Pitching for Toronto is Yariel Rodriguez with an ERA of 4.68. Pitching for the Braves is Chris Sale with an ERA of 2.46. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Sale, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Rodriguez coming off a good game, but his 2 games prior, he's given up 6 and 5 runs here. Yeah, I like Sale on the mound. Sale's been excellent all year long. Toronto beating the Braves yesterday 9-5. Yeah, I really like Sale on the mound today for the Braves. Don't like Rodriguez here. He's had a lot of bad starts this season. I like the Braves to bounce back at home today. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pittsburgh opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Washington plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Washington coming into this matchup 64 and 78. The Pirates 66 and 76. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 5.41. Pitching for the Pirates is Jared Jones with an ERA of 3.91. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Jones, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Nationals back-to-back wins against Pittsburgh here. They've actually played well this series. We do got Corbin on the mound. Corbin's actually been decent in his last 3 starts, which we haven't really seen. He's not only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts compared to what he normally does. Jones coming off 2 rougher starts on the mound. Yeah, I don't know. I normally fade Patrick Corbin, but he's actually been pretty good here lately. And they've looked good in this series as underdogs, back-to-back dog wins. Give me the Nationals plus 1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Cincinnati plus 160 with the over-under at 8. Reds coming into this matchup 68 and 75. The Mets 78 and 64. Pitching for the Reds is Julian Aguilar with an ERA of 6.48. Pitching for the Mets is Luis Severino with an ERA of 4.01. Aguilar, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Severino, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Cincinnati on a 2-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Mets losses, getting shut out yesterday. Mets, they're on a 9-game winning streak. I mean, man, they're on a heater right now. Mets 6-0 at home, 6-2 at home against Cincinnati. Severino coming off some pretty good starts on the mound here. Aguilar giving up 10 runs in the last 3 starts. He gives up runs here. We're taking the hot team, and we're taking the Mets at home. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Miami Marlins. Phillies opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Miami plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 85 and 87. The Marlins 53 and 89. Pitching for the Phillies is Seth Johnson with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 5.33. Cabrera, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Looking like Johnson's going to be making his first start of the season here for the Phillies, coming up from the minors. So we'll see if he ends up still pitching, see how that goes today. Phillies, bad loss to Miami yesterday, 9-5, ending their big win streak they were on. Phillies are 4-2 against Miami. I still like the Phillies here. Cabrera coming off a good start, but he's had some bad starts this year. We'll see what Johnson looks like on the mound. But yeah, I like the Phillies with the bounce back. Getting them kind of cheap today. Give me the Phillies on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 275. Colorado plus 230 with the over-under at 8. Colorado coming into this matchup 53 and 90. The Brewers 82 and 60. Pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 5.30. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA at 3.75. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Colorado coming off a Brewers loss. Nice win for the Brewers yesterday. Colorado 3-9 on the road against Milwaukee, where they really had their struggles. Yeah, Freeland, he's going to give up runs here. Peralta only giving up 3 runs in his last 3 starts here. Yeah, I like the Brewers at home. Finally able to get back and, back in the win column here. And I think they get a nice win at home today against the Rockies. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Minnesota plus 100 with the over-under at 8.5. Twins coming into this matchup 76 and 66. The Royals 78 and 65. Pitching for the Twins is Simeon Woods Richardson with an ERA of 3.95. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 3.50. Richardson, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Wacha, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Minnesota on a 2-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Royals. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers going to give up some runs. Twins have struggled in this series. I think they're good value today as a dog. Yeah, I'm liking Minnesota as a dog today. I don't know. Honestly, no real reason. Even pitching matchup. I'm liking the plus money for a potential money line play, but yeah, give me Minnesota plus 1.5 on the road after struggling the last 2 games. Next matchup, we've got the Seattle Mariners versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -125. Seattle plus 105 with the over-under at 7.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 72 and 71. The Cardinals 72 and 70. Pitching for Seattle is Luis Castillo with an ERA at 3.66. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA at 5.27. Castillo, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Seattle losing to St. Louis yesterday 2-0. A nice win for St. Louis. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They're actually playing pretty well right now. And both pitchers give up some runs. There's really no pitching advantage there. I'm liking the plus money with St. Louis. Seattle, I just don't really trust them, especially on the road. Give me the Cardinals plus 1.5 in this one. Next matchup, we've got the New York Yankees versus the Chicago Cubs. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -150. The Cubs plus 130 with the over-under at 9. Yankees coming into this matchup 82 and 60. Cubs 72 and 70. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA at 3.65. Pitching for the Cubs is Jamison Tylon with an ERA at 3.66. Cole, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Tylon, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Yankees on a 2-game winning streak, back-to-back shutout wins against the Cubs here. Cubs have not been able to score in this series at all here. Yankees 6-0 on the road against the Cubs, 10-2 against the Cubs, where they've been pretty dominant here. Tylon coming off a 0-run game, but his other 2 games he gave up back-to-back 4-run games here. Yeah, I really like the Yankees. There's just been 0 offense from the Cubs here, so it's hard to trust them on the puck, on the run line when they haven't done anything on offense. Give me the Yankees on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -175. The Angels plus 145 with the over-under at 8.5. Angels coming into this matchup 59 and 83. The Rangers 69 and 74. Pitching for the Angels is Caden Dana with an ERA at 3.0. Pitching for the Rangers is Andrew Heaney with an ERA at 3.81. Dana has only pitched once this season, pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Heaney, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Heaney coming off 3 really good starts on the mound here, only giving up 1 run. Angels losing to the Rangers yesterday 6-4. They're just 2-4 against the Rangers here. Rangers 6-2 at home where they play well. I like Heaney on the mound here, coming off very good starts. Give me the Rangers at home. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the Oakland Athletics. Oakland opening up as home favorites at -115. Detroit -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 72 and 71. Oakland 62 and 81. Pitching for Oakland is JT Ginn with an ERA of 4.30. It's currently undecided for Detroit, so be sure to check that info when it does get announced. Let's see, Ginn, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Detroit coming off an Oakland win yesterday, 2-1. Detroit, they're just 7-13 against Oakland, 6-14 on the road against Oakland. They've really had their struggles against Oakland here. Yeah, I don't know. This one's a little tough here. I like the plus money with Detroit on the road. We'll see who ends up pitching. Jin, I don't know, not too sold on Jin. So I'll take a shot at Detroit plus 1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -165. Cleveland plus 140 with the over-under at 8.5. Cleveland coming into this matchup 81-61. The Dodgers 85-57. Pitching for the Guardians is Tanner Beebe with an ERA at 3.56. Pitching for the Dodgers is Jack Flaherty with an ERA at 3.01. Beebe, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Cleveland, coming off a Dodgers loss yesterday, 7-2. That Cleveland would be good dogs yesterday. They really didn't show up. Cleveland, they are 5-2 on the road against the Dodgers here. Flaherty coming off some good starts here. BB coming off a 1-run game, but his 2 games prior, we've given up 5 and 4 runs here. Hasn't been the greatest on the mound lately. I like Flaherty. He's been good since he's been traded over to the Dodgers here. I think I'm going to take the Dodgers at home today. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -210. The Giants plus 170 with the over-under at 8. Giants coming into this matchup 70-73. Padres 81-63. Pitching for the Giants is Spencer Bivens with an ERA of 2.86. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA at 3.97. Bivens, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Musgrove, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Giants beating the Padres yesterday 6-3. Nice underdog win for them on the road. Padres 12-5 at home. Joe Musgrove been very good on the mound. Bivens has only pitched once this season. Looked pretty good in his start, but you know, we'll see what he does. Musgrove been pretty solid here lately. Coming off really good starts. I like a big bounce back from the Padres today. I'll take San Diego at home. And then the last matchup, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -140. Arizona plus 130 with the over-under at 8. Arizona coming into this matchup 79-64. The Astros 77-65. Pitching for Arizona is Riley Nelson with an ERA of 4.15. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 4.52. Nelson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Verlander, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Arizona on a 3-game losing streak, coming off back-to-back Houston losses. Houston looked pretty good in this series so far. Arizona just 0-5 against Houston. They've really struggled against Houston. Houston 6-0 at home. Verlander coming off 2 bad starts, coming off a 5 and 4 run game. Nelson consistently giving up 2 runs here. You hope Verlander has a better game on the mound because we know what he's capable of. He can be very good. I just like what I've seen from Houston. They've looked really good in this series. Arizona 3-7 in their last 10. They're on a bad stretch right now. I think I got to take the Astros at home in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.